My name is Michael Dana. In 2008, I was diagnosed with a rare brain cancer, and after 6 years, I was cancer free. But the ordeal left me changed, with a different outlook on life and a new sense of priorities. While still recovering, I earned a degree in economics from UNC Chapel Hill. My studies taught me to analyze data and open my mind to see things differently. I also started formal training in the martial arts to better defend myself and use it as a means of extreme physical therapy. Since then, I've obtained black belts in 3 martial arts. I own and run a martial arts school and have logged over 51 teaching hours. To my friends and family, I'm a simple business owner. But to the martial arts world, I'm something else. I am Sifu Mike, and this is Dragon Theory. Why do you do martial arts? Well, if you're in the martial arts school, you probably already know why, but I'm talking about why people in general do martial arts and the reasons for why they want to partake in a martial art of some kind. All right, and so I'm coming off of having martial arts school for a very long time, right? And I have stacks of data from people who answer the question, what do you hope to learn from your time in martial arts? And really, most of them either put self-defense or fitness, and some of them put both, right? That's like the 2 main things. There's a lot of other reasons why, but I'm going to be covering those 2 main reasons in this, and the incentive and how martial arts schools are actually structured, and their curriculum is structured for how they go about that, right? And so the thing is that a lot of times the schools are not set up for fitness or self-defense, and they don't even realize it. And the people who are kind of ignorant of martial arts and everything, they just assume that what they're learning is self-defense, and they assume they're getting fit or whatever like that, and they don't line up, and they don't know that they don't line up. All right, so trying to educate all of you guys on all of those different things, and so kind of also help you kind of look out for them if you're looking for a spot to go to as far as doing martial arts is concerned. Because let's be honest, man, a lot of places, a lot of people that come into places, they don't know the name of the martial art. They're not interested in the name of the martial art. They're wanting to know what the martial art can do for them. Right? They want to know that they can either get fit or they can defend themselves if somebody attacks them, right? And so they don't, like I said, they're not too concerned about the actual name. Some places have really weird names, some don't, but honestly, if it's not like Kung Fu or Karate or something generic like that, even MMA, very generic that a lot of people picked up on, if it's not one of those guys, then people are just going to be like, what is this thing? Might as well be something on a menu, man. You have to be like, I have some one-hot kendo with fried rice and chicken. Right? I did a whole spot on the martial art names and how some of them can be kind of ridiculous if you don't know what you're talking about, right? It's all just words. Anyways, talking about the incentive for when you go, or when anyone goes to do any kind of martial art, and how most of the martial arts are set up differently than what you actually want. Part of that, I mean, there's a number of reasons why, right? But most of it just comes from ignorance on both sides as far as what they have versus what the people actually want, and how they're going to be setting things up and how it kind of evolved. Now, the way most martial arts are set up are based off of really 2 things, and this kind of goes back to the turn of the century, and well, now it's 2020, so it goes back to the 1940s and just a little bit before that. And so you have martial arts that are set up on really, like I said, 2 things, right? You have one, which is the collegiate system, academic system, and military. We'll talk about the academic system first, right? And so the thing is that in martial arts, just like in academics, they give you the information and you're responsible to learn it. It's all on you. And like any kind of workout, you're going to get out of it what you put into it, right? But there's a difference between college and most martial arts that you would take, right? And that's primarily the incentive. Okay, so in an academic school, right, person goes there, their incentive to do well in that school, not only is it that they paid a whole bunch of money for it, but when they get that degree, whether it be master's or undergrad or doctorate or whatever like that, when they get the degree, that is statistically shown to make them be able to command more money, right? They can get more money the more education. There's a almost a linear correlation between the amount of education you have and the amount of money that you can demand, right? So the more education you got, the higher degree, the more money you can get. Now, there's another correlation that shows that the wealthier you are, the better standard of living you can have, right? So the more money you have, the better quality of life that you can possibly have, right? So there is another kind of indirect correlation between the amount of education you have and the better your life will be, right? So that is the incentive. That is why people go there, spend a whole lot of money, and work really hard to get a little piece of paper, because that little piece of paper can mean they have a chance at a better life, right? That is the collegiate academic standpoint, right? That is why you'll have some instructors who are, my phone is ringing, so, and I'm back. All right, so sorry about the phone ring. It just happens, right? So I try to do everything in one cut, but sometimes I get interrupted by a cell phone. I'm sure everyone knows what that's like. So what I was talking about the college is that there is an incentive. If you get the higher education, you can get a better life. That's why people work really hard, and that's also why you have instructors who sometimes don't care whether you pass or not, right? They're still getting a paycheck. They might have tenure or whatever like that. They're not going to get fired, so they're just going to give you the basic information. Sometimes they don't even do that. They just give you a textbook and be like, here's the test, right? Write me a paper, do this thing, do that thing. It's all on you, okay? Not really the case with martial arts. You get a degree in martial arts, in any martial art, you get a black belt in any martial art. It's just fabric. It goes around your waist, holds up your pants, okay? You can't command greater income. You don't get more income. I know, I got 3 of these guys, right? And so my income didn't magically soar up because of the fabric that I have in a martial art that's name you can't even pronounce, right? So it doesn't work. The incentive is not there. So you can't be structuring your martial art and hoping that the person who's taking it will want to work really hard and pay a lot of money for a long period of time to get this thing that doesn't actually do anything for them, right? Once they figure that out, though, they're gone, man, right? They are totally gone when they realize there's just no point in doing this thing that they don't enjoy. So you have to structure it so that they enjoy it. Now, I go into deep detail on that in the dragonmethod.com and videos there as far as structuring your curriculum in a different way. Now, the other way that I talked about how it is often structured is based on the military, right? Because you have different components within every martial art. So how they structure it, how they kind of group these techniques together is based on rank. We also see the rank in martial arts. That's kind of where they get that. Now, in the military, your incentive is twofold as far as getting higher rank in that. When you get higher rank, you get more money, right? So again, you have that same kind of correlation of your life can get better because you got more money, so you want to get a higher rank in the military. There's also another incentive that in wartime, if you're not a good soldier, you could die, right? So you have that like healthy incentive of not dying, which is arguably greater than the monetary incentive. So in wartime, it's a totally different thing. That's why people are willing to work really hard and really long at being a good soldier and being good in the military, because they want more money, yes, but they don't want to die, right? And so that's that big thing. That does not exist at all in martial arts, because you're not getting money, you're paying money, right? And there's no threat, hopefully, God knows, hopefully there's no threat that you're going to die if you don't learn martial arts, right? Theoretically, based on the place that you're at, you can go your entire life without ever being in a physical altercation, right? If you know what you're doing, right? Well, I'll talk about that later in the self-defense versus self-protection type video that I'll talk about. Now, again, you want to be able to structure the martial art that you're doing based on whatever you enjoy. You want to enjoy what you're doing. If you don't enjoy, you're not going to learn. Right? Now I talk about how to go about that at thedragonmethod.com. But those are the two ways, right? So if you have the college, you have the military, neither one of those are self-defense and fitness oriented. Okay? They're not structured for the best quality thing for you, right? For the best your interest in mind, right? They're more about, hey, I'm going to give you this thing, you do it. You pay me to get this thing that at the end of the day only really matters to you. Okay? It's not going to help your life get better. So you need to have it structured so that you get something out of it. Either you get enjoyment from doing it, or you get jacked or whatever like that, and you get your pants fit better. You look better, right? So those are the incentives that most people have and most people want as far as what they get out of doing martial art. Because the last thing you want to do is spend years and money and find out that you just wasted your time and wasted your life, because life is short, man. Very short, very fragile, and you want to enjoy what you have. Okay? So you deserve better. Everything should be better because, like I said, you deserve better. People looking for self-defense and fitness should get that because that's what they want, right? And we all want what we want, kind of deal. So be sure to subscribe and like this video, share this video. Like I said, I'm going to have more videos, so when you do subscribe, get the little notification. I don't know where the bell's at on these things, and check out my rest of my YouTube channel videos. Also, thedragonmethod.com, where I take another deep dive into this very topic about setting up your curriculum. Right? So, hope you enjoyed this and hope you learned something, man.